Hey everybody, this is Chef Terry. Having a little technical difficulties when I was filming this. I forgot to turn the microphone on. So we're going to talk about one of the mutton sauces, our second of 5, and Sauce Veloute. Hey, like, share, subscribe, smash the notifications, leave a comment, all that stuff. Just go ahead and do that now. I'll wait. Okay, I'm back. So Sauce Veloute. Sauce Veloute is essentially a light-colored stock with a light-colored roux, thickened with a light-colored roux. Think turkey gravy in Thanksgiving or the sauce in a chicken pot pie. Very simple stuff. And it could be any kind of light-colored light-colored stock. Think like chicken, turkey, or something like that. It could even be fish. Here I have 2 cups of chicken stock.
So today I'm going to do something a little bit differently than I did with the bechamel. The bechamel, I cooked the roux and added the cold milk into the roux. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different, the exact opposite. I'm going to put the roux into the stock, but the stock is going to be hot. One thing to note about thickening agents, like our roux here, is that they have to be opposite temperatures of what you're cooking them in, or what you're using to thicken. So yesterday I added cold milk to a hot roux. Today I'm going to add room temperature roux to a boiling stock. Does it really matter which way you do this? Not really, and that's why I flipped it up, so that you can see that it's not too big of a deal. There are some things you have to watch out for, and the big thing is make sure that they're integrated completely, because the last thing you want is roux or whatever starch you're using to thicken this to be all clumped up and stuff like that. That's bad. So again, I'm bringing out a whisk. This is almost to a boil, a full boil. We're in pretty good shape here. And you'll see how easy the veloute is to make. And again, you know, it's a basic sauce. It's a mother sauce. Now, veloute is probably one of the few, well, depending on the type of stock you use, it's pretty much ready to go. So we've got a boil, it's time to add the stock. Now one of the things you're going to notice me doing is I'm going to add it in just a little bit at a time, whisking it in as I go. The last thing you want is to get what's called roux balls, which are nasty little balls of flour and fat in your sauce. That's not good at all. So I'm just going to slowly integrate this. I think I can take a little bit more. And you'll notice this almost immediately comes right back up. So again, either way you decide to do the roux or either adding the cold liquid to a hot roux or the hot liquid to a cold roux, doesn't really matter. So the big thing to learn here is that adding a hot roux to a cold stock, or actually a cold stock to a hot roux, or a cold roux to a hot stock, doesn't really matter, whichever way you want to go. Now let's talk about our proportions again. The last time I talked about how for about 2 tablespoons we'll give a nice thin sauce for 2 cups of stock, or as in bechamel, the milk. And that's fine. What I like to do also is reduce it a little bit, so I'm going to go a little bit on the thinner side. So while this is cooking, let's talk about derivatives. Probably the best derivative on this for a chicken stock would be sauce supreme, where I take my veloute and I just add cream to it and let it thicken up nicely. We're going to take that a little extra step and we're going to make something else out of that. But sauce supreme is the next step. So I'm going to take this off and let it warm, keep it warm, while that's keeping warm, I'm going to cut up some mushrooms. Why? Because I want a mushroom sauce. Again, don't try this at home. For you mere mortals, I want you to do this. You notice I got about halfway through when it started to get unstable. I turned it over and started slicing some more. But for me, this is the way to go. But that takes lots and lots of practice to be able to use this technique. So you probably recognize this pan. This is the pan I cooked the roux in, and it's still got a little bit of roux in it. We're gonna add a little bit more butter. We're gonna let the butter melt down, and then we're gonna cook off these mushrooms. And let's pop these mushrooms back in. We're gonna hit them with a little bit of salt and pepper. Even though I'm using a white sauce, I'm okay with using black pepper in this. Again, if I were doing this at home, in the home kitchen, black pepper is fine. In the restaurant, you know I'm gonna be using white. One thing you'll probably notice is we're getting a little bit of a fond. I don't mind that at all. That's flavor. But with that being said, we need to get that flavor off of there. To do that, I've got cognac. If you've got Marsala, that would be great. So when you deglaze, you gotta go in and scrape off all that stuff on the bottom. Silicone spatula may not be do the trick, so I'm gonna switch over to wood. There we go. Again, if you don't do alcohol, white grape juice, apple juice would work. Water would work. All right, we're deglazed. Mushrooms are cooked down pretty much. Let's grab the sauce. Bring our sauce back up to temp. And then once it's there, we're gonna add a little bit of heavy cream. That's maybe quarter to a half a cup. And we're gonna throw our mushrooms in. All right, it's taste time. Let's check our thickness. Looks good. Flavor's not bad, needs a little bit of salt. A lot of pepper. And I want to cut the richness a little bit, so I'm going to use You've seen me use these before. This is just dried chilies that I ground up myself. And these ones are a little bit on the hot side. And that's just a light pinch on that. Let that cook for a minute. Get a clean spoon, and then we'll give it another taste. Oh, great. Mushroom flavor comes right out. The base of the chicken stock comes out. I like it. There you have my derivative sauce. It's based upon a sauce supreme, but it's essentially a mushroom sauce. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. So now that we got our sauce, what do we do with it? I served the bechamel over chicken. This is great on chicken. This would be great on beef, pork, maybe not seafood, or considering I'm hungry right now, and I don't have any of those in the house, I'm just gonna put it over toast points. Also, this is exactly, it may not be as thick or as thin as I would do, but this is exactly what I would do to make mushroom soup. Come back next time, I'm gonna go on to another one of the other sauces. We've got 3 left. And the 3 left are tomato, Espanol, Hollandaise. Those 3 we're gonna tackle next. Not in the next video, 3 videos. Have a good time. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bells, leave me a comment. Go ahead and share this. Don't hit the dislike. Just hit all the other buttons. Okay, this is Chef Terry. Have a good day. I'm gonna eat my toast.